question for you. 2028. Who do you have winning the presidential election?
Oh, we don't. We just don't know that thing. And I would remind everybody that's been the last presidents, no one ever expected or thought was not on anyone's radar screen. Now, of course, it was Trump. Although anyone that spent time in Pennsylvania, I knew he would win based on the energy on the ground and for there. And then Joe Biden won. Not one single so-called experts predicted that, and he was able to win. And everybody, not one single person really thought Trump could win in 2016, but spend time in Pennsylvania also too. You could realize that it was possible, and that was a significant kinds of risk. And then prior Bohang, that was Obama. Obama was never supposed to win that too. So you never know who's going to be involved in these things. So, but without a doubt, this election is going to be unlimited money. My race in 22, my Senate race cost about $325 million. I mean, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then
who's funding that? Where is that coming from?
Well, I mean, that's money, unlimited money to destroy someone's reputation.
Oh my God.
And then in 24, then now a Senate race hit $500 million. Now 26, watch what those numbers are in 26. That's going to be more. And just in 24, Harris raised over $1.5 billion. She spent that in 107 days. So that will be quaint in 28.
Oh my God.
I gotta get him up to date on a lot of super PAC stuff so that he understands how all this stuff works.
No,
It's just
it's
insane, dude.
When you have unlimited money, you will have extreme views and extreme overload, and it makes it impossible to have like a real conversation. It's ironic, like people were convinced that I was a socialist. Now people sometimes are flying MAGA, and I'm neither of these things. I'm just a guy that has, an independent view, and so that makes it, unlimited money. If you wanted to change our country more than virtually anything, two things: eliminate the primary system and stop this idea that unlimited money is free speech. That would transform our democracy to the better, honestly.
So are you against the idea of super PACs?
Well, what I'm saying, like, if I have 150 millions to convince people that you're a piece of shit, like,
you won't need that much, buddy. You just need a phone and an X account. I'm sure you'll get your retweets.
We're in a unique business. We're on the only business that someone can raise 150 million to convince you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and that's part of the mental health things. Like, I got nuked from space, kind of a thing, and it's like, it's crazy. And people just like, I couldn't get away from this thing, and that will look quaint, and that's only going in that one direction. That's why I'm saying, stop the unlimited money, and now just make it more. There's not enough people talking about addiction and for the other thing, because it's about these big things. And professional wrestling, it's become professional wrestling for politics with unlimited money, and that creates I can attest. What can 100 million do to someone's reputation? It works.
That's so nuts, dude.
Yeah.
All that so the majority of the money just goes to slandering your opponent, basically.
All of it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Hey yo! I'm sorry. I used to do it in my vlogs. It's the entrance for my theme song. Hey yo, I'm sorry. I got 2 shirts up on WWE Shop Fanatics right now. I hate Logan Paul. Yes, I am the one behind it. You gotta monetize the haters. And still humble, because after all, I am your humble king. And I'm gonna stay humble because I'm just that humble. You can grab my shirts and all WWE merch, hats, Tees, replica title belt, superstar collections on WWE Shop and Fanatics. Get yours today. Back to the show.
You sure you want to get into politics, dude?
No, I'm definitely like really thinking about it. It sounds like a hard job, and I've always had an issue with like at the end of the day, you're serving your country in a very noble way. You're representing your fellow American. However, you probably have this, but even like Trump, for example, has it way more. It's just like the polarizing nature of that position can be disheartening because in one regard, you're serving people, but in the other regard, you're trying to serve and help people who fucking hate you. And it's like I feel like I'd have a hard time with that.
Oh, I mean, it's like, have you ever felt like you're politically homeless? Where it's like, hey, where am I? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I feel that way where it's like, yeah, I might agree with X, Y, and Z, but even if it doesn't can I have an example? Shutting the government down. I was the only Democrat to refuse to shut the government down because that's not going to produce the changes that I might want or, my party might want. But that's a responsibility to keep the job open. It's not a hard job, but it is a tiring one because you have 3 jobs, honestly, voting and spending time in Washington, D.C. But the other one is raising money. Raising money to do what? To have enough money to convince the other person is a piece of shit.
That's insane.
Because they are raising money that are going to convince you that you are, and this we waste so much time raising money just to do that kinds of a thing. And I would just beg people, understand what's really happening. Unlimited money makes that, and that consumes far too much time, in that job. So, and then also, if I have 3 young kids, you have to make a choice. Do you spend time away when you're already gone 70% of the time? So that doesn't make it a hard job, but it makes it forcing to make choices and to realize, if people raise, my gosh, think about what you could do for society. The $320 million spent in my race. Think how many people you could help with that.
I know, that's insane.
Rather than, calling, people are terrible, other people. But
I guess it goes back to the Elon model a little to an extent because, that industry that spends money convincing people you're a piece of shit also employs a lot of people. There's a lot of people needed for that industry.
Yeah.
A lot of writers, a lot of tweeters, a lot of...
Hey there, Impulsive viewer. If you like that clip, check out another one just somewhere around this video screen.